y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanika E, and in today's video we are going to be talking all about this gorgeous hair. I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to maintain your boho knotless braids. And for me, this is my first time getting color in my boho braids, so we're going to be talking all about maintenance and what makes this hair the best hair to use for your boho knotless braids. I'm telling you girls, it's a good one. Go ahead and grab you a pen and a pad because we're about to get into it. All right, ladies, let's go ahead and get right into the details of my favorite summer hairstyle featuring Ywigs. So shout out to Ywigs for sponsoring today's video. You guys know I absolutely love working with Ywigs. I will put all of the previous videos in the description down below, but today, what makes this video different from the others is your girl went brown, like honey brown, and I am feeling it for the summer. However, I had a few reservations around how to maintain the colored human hair because, as you guys know, color treated hair is going to perform a little bit differently than your natural kind of 1B black hair. So we're going to get into just how I maintain my boho braids. I'm talking about how I sleep at night, products that I use, and all of the above. So the first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to this style is, as I've stated before, this style will live and die by your installer. And that's simply who does your hair, girl. So my hair braider will be linked in the description bar down below. I am here in Atlanta. I almost always exclusively get my hair done at Wakanda hair braiding shop. So their information will be in the description bar down below. So your braider has to know what they are doing. Okay, so as I get a little bit closer here, you guys can see the parting on my braids is A1 and how they threaded the hair into the braids. So in my head, I have in both synthetic hair, which was provided by the braid shop. I have in the color 6. And then the human hair, as I previously stated, is provided by Ywigs. I will put the information on the screen as well as in the description bar down below. And make sure to use my code Shanika at checkout to get 15% off. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Okay, you're gonna love it. Now, I have in 3 bundles of the 18-inch. Now, I am going to show you guys up close, maybe in some B-roll, but this is one singular braid, and as you guys can see, I have in multiple strands of Ywigs hair within the braids, probably about 6 strands along the hair. So a lot of times I get questions about, like, how do I have the curls all the way throughout the braid? And it's simply, you're going to put a strand of the Ywigs hair, I would say every 3 to 4 inches, depending on the length of your hair. So yes, first things first, get a good braider and make sure they stagger the human hair into the synthetic hair. So again, the exact color of the human hair that I have in will be in the description bar down below. The synthetic hair that I have in is the color 6, or I'm sorry, is the number 6. So I don't know exactly the brand of hair that is used, but I think you should be good with any synthetic hair. And if you want to dip the hair in a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just to rid the hair of any chemicals that may be on it, and you are good to go. I am loving the way that this color looks with my complexion. So yes, that is question number 1 that I know I'm going to get. What color is this hair? What length do I have? And again, it is going to be linked in the description bar down below. The second question that I get a lot is, how do I sleep with all of this hair? How do I shower? All of the above. So I use 2 separate kind of bonnet type of situations. Both were provided by Ywigs. However, I believe you can get these at any beauty supply store. So I'm going to be cutting to some B-roll. The first one is this one here. Now, I wasn't a fan of this one before, just simply because of the material. I love to have something that is more of a satin and or silk because it's going to help to keep the moisture in your hair. However, the way that this contains the braids, it is unmatched. So I have begun to use it. So as you can see, it kind of has like two little tails in here. And all you do is tuck, like split your hair in half, tuck one side inside of this sleeve, another inside of this sleeve. And then here at the top, it has a little button closure. So you're just simply going to bring the hair up from the bottom, and then you're going to attach that button closure there. That way it gets the hair in and off of your back. Now I also will use this one as well. This one is not so fussy, meaning that it just has a long tail on it. It's your typical bonnet, and all you do is just stuff the hair all inside. Now I use these two together. You can do one or the other, but I use them together. The first one, again, so that all of the hair is nice and contained. I also find that when the hair is nice and contained, you get a little bit less like matting and tangling versus throwing it all into this bonnet. But if I had to drop a little nugget, Ywigs, can we get the previous one in satin form? I would love that. All right, moving on to the second question that I always get, and that is, how do I maintain my boho knotless braids? Now, this is going to be similar to previous videos, but a little bit more in depth, again, because we have the color this time around. So I am going to be using a spray bottle that has like a really fine mist. You can pick this up at any beauty supply store, and I believe they have them on Amazon as well. So I put a little bit of warm water into here, and then you're going to add in your leave-in of choice. Now, I typically try to stay away from the leave-ins that I use on my natural hair because I find those are a little bit heavier for the human hair that I have, but this is a game changer. I have been loving it. It is the Design Essential, ooh, are we focusing here? It's trying to focus on my face, but it's the Design Essential Almond and Avocado Leave-In Conditioner. This is so good. Highly recommend. I'll have it linked down below, but I'll put in maybe about 2 to 3 tablespoons into my water bottle. I kind of just shake that up and then give my hair like an overall spritz of that mixture. I find that that leaves the hair very, very moisturized, not only the human hair, but my natural hair as well. So highly, highly recommend. I would do that about 2 to 3 times a week, and I would finger detangle. I see a lot of videos where the creators are using like a brush. In my opinion, the brush is a little bit too harsh, and especially not like from root to end. Now, if you kind of separate out all of your curly hair and then detangle it, that might work, but I find it to be a little bit unnecessary. You need to detangle your hair daily. Okay, daily, if you want to keep this style. This is not a low maintenance style, but it's not a high maintenance style either if you are doing your kind of daily checkpoints. And again, the water and the conditioner combo, I would do that about 3 to 4 times a week, but you need to be finger detangling every day. Another OG product that I love using in the hair is this olive oil conditioning spray. Girl, this is an old school oil sheen, but this is with coconut oil. It smells really, really good, and it's going to leave the hair very shiny. Now, I'm not sure if it is going to moisturize the hair at all, but we have the moisture covered with the leave-in conditioner. That is just going to have you glistening. You know, in the summer when you put on your nice like Fenty body lava because you just want to shine, that is the shine for your hair. I'm telling you, you're going to need it. Now, when it comes to mousses and gels, I tell you guys all the time, I would refrain from putting mousse and gel in your hair. Why? Because it's going to leave the hair very stiff, very heavy, and it's going to make it a little bit difficult to detangle because most of the mousses on the market is going to have some alcohol or have alcohol based in there. So I would kind of steer clear unless you are completely washing your hair or if you're putting it in your initial install. What do I mean by all that? So when I got my hair done, they did apply mousse to my hair, which is fine because that is the first time that the mousse was placed into the hair. Now remember, we're trying to keep the integrity of the human hair intact. We don't want it weighed down. We don't want it heavy. We want it nice, fluffy, and beautiful. So because they have already installed that, when you hit it with the water and the conditioner combo, though, or you can just do water on its own on those kind of in-between days, what that water is going to do is reactivate the product that's already in the hair. So you don't need a heavy hand. You don't need to be applying the mousses and gels often. It's just going to leave your hair very, very heavy. Just spray in the water, let the water reactivate product that's already in it, and you're good to go. Now, say it has been 3 weeks, you've been having a good summer. Maybe you went to the beach, you've gotten in the water, maybe you went for a swim, you went to a cigar lounge or a hookah lounge, and your hair really smells and you want to wash it. This is what I like to use in my hair. So I like to use products that are very lightweight in nature. Like I said, I try to steer clear from using my natural hair products because I personally find that they're a little bit heavy in the hair. So I like to use something lightweight like this Tresemme keratin blowout. So this is really, really good. It's nice and it's lightweight, but it also has like some heat protectant in here as well. And because it has that keratin in there, it's really good for your hair overall. So I would shampoo with this. And then I would also go ahead and use the matching conditioner as well. Now, when you're washing the hair, I would highly recommend you doing so in the shower and trying not to completely submerge your hair in water. Now, due to the weight of the hair, while in the shower, I would just kind of lean my hair underneath, kind of letting the water start here and then just run down, and then just do like that finger detangling motion to cleanse the hair. Try not to throw your hair over in the sink or ball it up at all because it's going to be a long, stressful time. Now, this is when you can use your brush, but again, I would separate all of the human hair out and simply brush the human hair, not the human hair and the braids together, if that makes sense. And then you can air dry or you can blow dry your hair. I would kind of blow dry it down maybe to about 60% and then let it air dry afterwards. Okay, I had to go grab my products. Now, once the hair has kind of, I would say 80% dried, then you can go in with your mousse of choice. I just have this at the house. This is the Cantu Shea Butter. Is this the best? Probably not. But the fact of the matter is you're not going to be using that much of this. And like I said before, using that sparingly is going to be the best way, but you are going to need some type of mousse after your initial wash. And then after that, I like to put in some type of lightweight oil. My oil of choice is the Bio Silk oil, but I don't have any of that on hand. And so my next favorite is this Husk Argan Oil Repairing Hair. This, let's see. This is so good. It's nice, it's lightweight, and it smells amazing. And then lastly, for baby hairs, I like to use the Kiss Edge Fixer Maximum Hold. This is in the scent Sweet Peach. You can use whatever edge control you have, but I really like that. I feel like it really helps to tame my edges. I didn't leave any edges out this time because I wanted a nice clean look. I mean, look at that. So good. But I'm sure as the summer goes on, my edges are going to begin to come out a little bit, and then we're going to lay them with our edge control. All right, ladies, so that is how I maintain my colored boho braids featuring a Ywigs human hair. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to put them in the comments down below. I got y'all. I can create a part 2 when it is hair wash day. Y'all just let me know what you are feeling, but I'm telling you, the color and the Ywigs hair is every single thing. How it looks on this camera, it looks even better in person. So I'm telling you, you need this hair. Shop the links down below. Use my code again, Shanika, at checkout for a percentage off. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye, y'all.